My name is Cass the Spicy Ghost. This is part two of a still undefined series. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. When I originally filmed this was going to take like almost 40 minutes of raw footage. And most of it was from the first effect that we're going to talk about, which is chat commands. So if you guys want to interact or have your chat interact with you and just, be like exclamation point fire and like fire shoots out or something. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to delay it, how to manipulate it, and including manipulating, we're going to talk about display capture effects, and that's literally all I can do to try and explain this effect because it's so crazy looking that it's better to show you how it's done rather than describe it because I don't have that many adjectives in my mental brain, cranium, whatever you want to call it. So without further ado, let's get part two underway.
All right, so the very first thing is you're going to go to the official obsproject.com website, and you're going to download a couple plugins for this. So you want to make sure you get the OBS Websocket remote control of OBS Studio made easy 4.6.1. It's pretty easy. Now I know this is OBS Studio, but it's native in Streamlabs OBS, and I know for sure you can do it with Stream Elements as well. However, I am not familiar with Stream Elements. There are streamers who are, though, and I would point you into the direction of Mr. Reggles and Crash Coke, and I will link their channels down below as well. Also, you want to make sure that you have Streamlabs chatbot, and as well as right down here, you're going to see scripts. You want to get OBS Studio remote parameters. You want that as well. You can find that in their Discord. I will link everything below. And not only this, but you also want Python installed onto your computer because this is how Streamlabs chatbot does all the scripts for the chatbot. So without either one of those, you're not really going to be able to do anything. So you're going to want to download the OBS WebSocket 4.6.1 Windows Installer.exe. You're going to go ahead, go through all the steps and set it all up. Then once you get it up and running, you're going to find it in the tools of OBS at the very bottom, WebSocket server settings. Default is all fours, 4 4s. And then if I were you, I would just put in a password. It's not that big of a deal. It just kind of prevents anyone from doing any tampering with your OBS by any chance, whatever. Just play it safe, So I made a password. And then we're going to go to the Streamlabs chatbot. Go in here. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to make sure everything is all set up. Put in the same password. Connect it. So just to show you real quick, we're going to pull up the README file. So this is where you can find everything to activate your OBS with chat. So this gives you the entire downloading process plus installing it and, all that, right? So right here is every single, I'm using air quotes that you can't see, code. Essentially it is. It's just not a true code. It's kind of like its own little thing. But all of this is exactly how you're going to make the commands. And then if you're confused, don't worry. It's pretty straightforward. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to be flying with it. But so like right here, like for source, that's going to be replaced with, again, right down here. That's going to be the name of a targeted source to set the visibility of. So let's say like I had a GIF. I would say, hey, GIF here, and then visibility right here. It also goes to explain sets the visibility state of the targeted source true or false. True is on, false is off. So I would say, again, whatever GIF, true. So I'd go to that GIF and turn it on. Or if I said false, it would turn it off. But same thing, right? So you can make different commands to turn them on and off. And you can also put delays on everything. So like time scene, it's going to switch so the scene 1 is going to be the scene that it switches to. then it's going to delay it for how many seconds you put it in there, and then it's going to go to scene 2. And then you can do that also with sources as well in your OBS, same concept. So, and then also there's a really cool one that I don't have added, but it will kill your OBS. It'll just stop the stream and turn it off. So if you guys are interested in something like that, you could technically do it. I don't have anything set up like that, just because I probably should, but whatever. Maybe I will. Who knows? But, so yeah, once we get all that, we're going to go back into OBS and the chatbot. So I've already made a command just to show you guys. So right here, obviously you can change the permissions. So like majority of my streams are all, not all of them, but majority of them are subscriber permission. You can do that for moderators. You can do that for caster only or broadcaster only, but whatever. So in here, I have $, all capital, OBS, all lowercase, scene 3 in there. So it's literally going to so right now I'm on scene 2. I was right here. There's no video capture device. I'm just trying to show you guys something, and I want it to go to scene 3, right? So this is the old one from video 1, if you guys saw that. So I'm going to go back to video 2, or scene 2, just to show you guys real quick. I'm going to go to the console. I'm going to type in !test. I'm going to drag this over here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it right here. It doesn't even matter. And then as soon as I hit enter, watch what happens. Boom. Done. So within this, the bot read the command, and then the command says, hey OBS, change the scene to scene 3, and that's exactly what it did. So all of that is just how I do all my effects and how I turn stuff on and off, delayed stuff, all that, right? Now if I wanted to, I can make another command, and I'll do it right here. I'm going to call it test 2, I guess, or test 2. And now in scene 3, right here, there's an image. So I'm going to say, hey, OBS, there's a source. Also, you don't want to do any spaces in between any of your coding. It's just one solid line. There's no spacing at all. You just want to make sure that you get the correct capitalizations and spelling. And that is the only time you will ever put a space in there. So like image 2 right here has a space. You want to get it exactly how it is read in OBS. Otherwise, it will not read it, and it'll spit out a code, and I'll show you that here in a second. So image 2, and then we're going to do false. And we're going to turn it off. Then we're going to go down and submit. Go back to the console. Test 2. Boom, the ghost is gone, just like that. And you can see right here in OBS as well, it was turned off. So I can turn it back on, do it again, test 2, gone. Now, let's go back here real quick, and I got a text message. Let's say I didn't put in a space. Submit that. Test 2. See, nothing happened. It's still on, and that's it. So you have to get it exactly right in OBS. Otherwise, it'll just do nothing. So let's say I messed up the code, and I put like LOL at the end of it, okay? Just to show you guys something. So if you ever mess up the code, it will spit it back out. So as you can see up here earlier, the only reason it spit it back out this time was because I didn't connect the bot. I forgot to. So then I connected the bot, and then after that, all you can see is the commands, but you can't see the code anymore. So let's go back to test 2, and boom, it's going to spit it out because it's the wrong code. So you have to be careful because, also, I just lost my broadcaster badge. What the hell? So from what I've seen, there's 2 possible outcomes if you see this in your chat. Either 1, your chatbot has not been connected to your OBS, Usually what they recommend is you open up your OBS first, and then they tell you to open up the chatbot later. It honestly doesn't matter, right? Because as long as this is enabled, you're fine. But within the chatbot, all you have to do is go down to connections and make sure these are connected as well, obviously. And go down to OBS remote, and all you do is hit connect. That's it. That's literally it. But people are like saying that you have to do it in a specific order. You don't. Just make sure it's all connected. No big deal. And yeah, so that is how you do OBS remote chat interaction. Okay, so now we're going to add the Trippy effect that people are wondering what I was doing. It's super easy. All you're going to do is add in display capture, say okay, and then as you can see, you kind of have this like never-ending effect, which is exactly what we're about to do. So now I'm going to move this out of the way so that we can see exactly what I'm about to do. So these red lines, all you're going to do is hold down Alt, drag it up, and right when it meets the black right here, and that goes away, you're going to take it off, and then you're going to move it to the other side, and you're going to do this to all 4 sides. Okay? So right there, and then right there. So now, I just created that effect. And now I can move it however I want. Right? And that's literally all I do. It's actually kind of cool looking like this. Now, you can do different stuff. You can layer it. You can do stuff like that. But you're not really going to see it right here just because it's like inside of this other chroma blue. Right? So when you do it like that, and also if you look, when I brought it up, so I'm going to do it one more time. Now watch what happens to the ghost. It like throws back in there, right? So it's just kind of something cool that you can do with what I mentioned earlier with, you know, turning stuff on and off within OBS. And if you layer it correctly, you can do cool effects like that. But another thing you can do is you can like resize it. You can start stretching it with Shift. You have to use Shift though. I mean, you can use Control too, I guess. Just to keep it the aspect ratio fine. But yeah, just stuff like that. You can, like I said, you can use Shift and you can kind of change it how it looks. So that's how you do display capture effects. And if you really want to get into it, you can do so let's say I do another display capture. And we're just gonna rename this one to the display capture 2. Same thing, no big deal. Just gonna drag them into the blank, so that only captures the screen of OBS no matter where I put it, right? However, now I'm gonna add a filter to this scene. Now this is when you can start doing whatever you want. Essentially, you can do LUT filters, you can do color correction, you can do max blending, render delay. But just for the sake of everything, we're just going to do color correction so I can show you exactly what I'm about to do. We're going to turn the contrast up. And I want to do a hue shift. So let's just do it right there. Now, see that? It's changing the inside of these colors. However, this is the trick. I'm going to go back to scene 3. So this was scene 5. I'm going to go back to scene 3. And my GIF died. It's okay though. So now we're going to add the scene 5 source to here. And it's going to go right on top, and watch what happens. First try, right? So now I created, you know, different rainbows within one rainbow. So I kind of made like a spiral effect or a whirlpool. I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, again, you can turn stuff on and off within OBS. So like if somebody did that, it'd be gone, you know? So just, you know, something that you can do. Kind of mess with it, do whatever you want, tweak it, tinker with it. That's how I pretty much learned everything in OBS. And yeah, that's how you do display capture effects. And you get stuff like this, and you can tinker around with the filters. Highly recommend, though, that you leave them in separate scenes, unless you're trying to do something specifically like this one, where you keep everything, you know, all in one. So it's just a matter of preference, but I highly recommend you would just put it in another scene. One, because you can add different filters to it, and two, it just makes it easier. So I'd actually have to be dragging scene 5 into my nested scene, and I would call that, you know, rainbow capture or something. I don't know, whatever you want.
So again, my name is Cash the Spicy Ghost. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch most of the time. I'll put all the links down below for the rest of my socials if you guys want to see them as well. My DJ streams are every Thursday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can catch me then. If you learned anything from the video, please like. If you didn't, please dislike. Tell me what I can improve on. I'm still trying to figure out my YouTube, whatnot. I'm slowly improving every single day. I'd love to hear from you guys, so please put a comment in the comment section below. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next, what you guys want me to cover, what you want me to go more in detail about, because I think I'm going to make this series actually into a behind the scenes look at what I do. So kind of like a vlog-ish kind of style, but we'll see from there. But as always, create and innovate, stay spicy.